Okay, so this is a tutorial video of how to make pom-poms without using like a pom-pom tool. You can just use a cardboard box and your wool. Okay, first of all what you need to do is you just need to draw around something to make a circle. The bigger the circle, obviously the bigger the pom-pom is going to be. Okay, I want to have quite a big pom-pom for this, so I'm going to use a CD. So just draw around the CD. It doesn't have to be hugely accurate either. Okay, so draw around that twice. You need to, now this is an important bit. Basically, you need to draw a circle in the middle on both of them. Now you don't want this circle to be too big. If you basically draw the circle around like that, then when you tie the strands around, you're going to have a big opening in the middle. So when you get to the final stage, it's just going to fall to pieces. With a big pom-pom, you want the hole to be the same size really as if you were making a small one. Put that in the middle. Okay, so just make sure it is in the middle. And then draw around that. Okay, so I've done none. It's not quite in the middle, but it's not that important to make it, you know, try to get it as close to the middle as you can, but it's not essential. Okay, next thing you need to do is you need to cut those out. Okay, so once you've got your two holes, you just need to line them up one behind the other. Mine don't line up perfectly, but it doesn't really make any difference. Okay, next you need your wool, your yarn. So I'm using red and yellow, and you'll need to take quite a long strand of this. Use quite a lot for one this size. Cut off quite a bit of the yellow. I need to cut off the same length in the red. Okay, so now you've got your length of wool and this. What you need to do is you actually need to just put this around there like that, and then just start wrapping this around, pulling it through. To start off with, you have to pull a lot of the wool through, but the further you go, the more wool you use up, so the less you have to pull it through, and just keep going around. This does take quite a while to do. You'll need to get the wool to get all the way around, maybe a few times before you can cut it off. See, it's much quicker pulling it through at this stage than it was before, so you get like here, you start speeding up quite a lot. Though I am starting to run out of wool on this one, so I'll have to cut some more to do the next. The thicker you do it, the thicker your pom-pom will be. So if you want like a more loose looking one that will wiggle around, then don't put as much wool on. Okay, so this is the end of this one, so that's as far as I've got with that wool. I'll cut some more wool, and I'm going to go around this. Twice more, I think, and then I'll go on to the next stage. Okay, so now that I've fully covered that, it's time to cut it. Cut it along this edge, and then you put the scissors between the two different segments of card, and then you will basically cut all around. You have to hold it quite firmly to make sure it doesn't fall apart, but generally it's fine. If you just cut a few of them, as you can see, it kind of springs back, so just kind of hold it where you're cutting, and then you can get between those two bits of card. Okay, and once you're between, you can just start cutting. This is where having a smaller hole helps, because you can actually just hold it all with your hands while you cut around. Also helps if you have some good scissors, like these ones. I've now cut all the strands, so both sides. It hasn't popped out too much, so that's good. Now what you need to do is you need to then get a long piece of wool and wrap it between the two cardboard discs. If you cut this quite long, then you can just cut it down. So just slide it between the cardboard discs, like that. Okay, and then pull it. And when you pull it, you'll see it will gather. Now you want to tie this into a knot. Okay, so tie this to a knot and pull it. Okay, once the first one's done, then you can just, it's being held into place, so then you can just do a couple more knots to hold it together. Just make sure that it does go, not like that. Now you will have to do this very tight. Don't want it to fall apart. Okay, now I've done that. So once I've tied a couple of knots, you can see the inside there. See what it looks like on the inside. I'm tying those knots. I'm going to tie a couple more, just to make sure it definitely is held firmly. Okay, so once you've done that, you can remove the cardboard. I just did the top one. But this is where the little slits come in handy, because you can just separate them and then literally just pop it out. And then almost have a finished pom-pom. Neato, just needs a bit of a shake around, and you'll need to trim a few of the longer ones. Spores. So I only went around twice in the end, so it's not a particularly fluffy one. Okay, so once you've done that, this bit here, I can trim that. I can make that just the regular size. So that was the string I tied a knot with. So now that just looks like another one of those. And then I've got this, so you can use the actual knot one to hang it up with, or you can just cut that and just have it as a normal pom-pom. So that's a medium-sized one, I would say. It's a medium-sized one, and then I made this little one here as well. Now I'm making these to go on a clown costume. Well, these little ones, they're going to be the buttons for a Halloween clown costume, but you can make these for anything. Give it a little bit of a trim. Okay, so there's your pom-pom. Okay, so I have two other small ones that I am making. There you go, show you two different kind of methods. This one's red on the inside, yellow on the outside, and that's obviously half and half. Okay, and so that's what they look like. The one with that was red on the inside is like that, so it goes yellow, red, yellow. And the one that was half and half is obviously half and half. Okay, so they're the pom-poms. That's half and half. Red, then with yellow over the top, That's mixing red and yellow all the way through, and then long haired mix all the way through. And that is how you make pom-poms.